Men, you do not need to ejaculate in order to have an orgasm. And we need to take back our power and focus on our purpose in order to create the reality that you want. You can manifest way faster when you're circulating energy within your body rather than releasing energy out. The releasing part is to create a new life, right? Within the womb, man, right? That's what it's for, right? So you're letting go of the potent power, right, of creating a new life into the womb, man. And women will tell you this, right? They will feel so weird that you're not releasing, right? They feel uncomfortable that you're not releasing. It's almost a little bit of an ick for them. I've asked a lot of women, and it's strange to them that women want us to release, right? They want it, okay? And that's a core desire because, again, it creates new life, right? And through my sexual experiences, right, women have told me when I have sex with them, they get an energy boost, right? You get an energy boost, right? Now, some men, when you release your seed, you release, I think it's called lactate. I can't remember what hormone is called again, but makes you feel tired, makes you feel sleepy, right? Some men it doesn't happen to, it depends on how much. For me, a lot of energy is depleted after I release. And so it's like, well, if a lot of energy is being released, then I'm letting go of a lot of life force, right? I wanna circulate that and push it into my dreams, right? Push it into my goals, push it into something productive, right? I'd rather go to the gym than bust a nut. I'd rather focus on my purpose than bust a nut. Now, I made a video about a year ago, right? And it was about, manifesting $1 million, right? I'm not gonna release my seed until I manifest $1 million. But here's the thing, right? I was practicing semen retention, right? And I was manifesting, but here's the thing, here's the way the universe works, right? I was guided into what I'm supposed to be doing, right? And it's still a lot of money. It's not 7 figures, but it's still a lot of money, more than enough. And it's continuing to grow, and I'm helping a lot of people in the same way. So oftentimes our ego wants one thing, but your path is another thing. Do you know what I mean? I listen to the universe. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, my ego says we should be a millionaire by now. That's what my ego wants, but God's saying, hey, fam, like you need to focus on this over here. Like this is what you're supposed to be doing. And so over here, you have more love, more fulfillment, more connection, more meaning, more motivation, more drive, more ambition, right? Over this side, whereas this side, you're chasing the money, you're chasing the bag, right? Whilst it might look good in the external world, how are you gonna feel inside, right? You want to approach success internally and externally, right? You want to have fulfillment internally, you want to feel good internally about what you're doing. Externally, you want to see and reap the results of having the woman, the car, the house, the confidence, the certainty, the social connections and network and all of this stuff. You want to feel meaning and purpose, right? That's over this side, right? God's plan. Right? So you got your plan, head plan, and you got your heart's plan, God's plan, right? Which one do you want to follow? Is your heart telling you to bust a nut? Or is your brain telling you to bust a nut? Right? That's what we gotta realize as men. Like, are you really genuinely doing this because your heart's calling you to do it? Or is your head calling you to do it? It's an ego-based desire to release your seed. And so there's so many different ways that you can work on this. Now, there's some objections to this that I want to discuss real quick, okay? When, men have practiced semen retention, not ejaculating, all this stuff, and they get blue balls, right? And it hurts, like it hurts bad. And I understand, here's the hacks, right? Number one, you can do a headstand, okay? Headstands help, but not as much as putting ice, as like an ice pack down there on your scrotum, like in between your legs, not on your balls, but in between the middle part. That's going to reduce the inflammation or whatever, right? It's going to calm it down. And then from there, you should be set, okay? Should be set, should be no problems from there, should be downstream from there, all right? And so getting past the blue balls stage, is the tricky part for a lot of men, all right? Now, also with that, some of you are with women, you're in a relationship. And so your sexual energy is going to be there to cause some issues, right? You wanting to have sex or make love, whatever you want to call it, right? And so what you have to do is now speak to your partner, let her know, or let him know, right? Or let they know, right? What your needs are, what you're practicing, what you're working on, right? You need to communicate it, right? Otherwise it's going to cause issues, right? Now, let's say, for example, your partner's teasing you. Like, don't tease me unless we're going to actually do it so I can circulate this energy, right? Don't play around with this energy. Like, because oftentimes, you'll find women, wanting what they want, which is usually communication, connection, touching, hugging, kissing, whatever it is. Men want to go that little bit further for the most part, all the time, right? And so you got to let her know, yeah, you can have this sometimes, but we got to follow through with this. There's no teasing, there's no playing around. Like, I'm not playing with blue balls. I'm not going to get blue balls and feel, horny and left alone with this horny energy. Nope, it's not happening, right? So you got to let them know what the deal is, right? And this is a spiritual practice, right? Number one thing here is it's sex transmutation. In the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about this, not in terms of the way that I'm talking about right now, but he basically tells you to not focus on women. Okay, focus on what you're supposed to focus on. Especially in the book Way of the Superior Man, he talks about focusing on your mission, focusing on your purpose, focusing on what you really want to do. All right. So number one, okay, you're using sex transmutation, you're alchemizing or using alchemy to take that energy of wanting to bust, right? Right. You're taking that energy and you're like, let me find a way to have that same ejaculation in another way, right? Like, how can I create a life where, I don't even need to, I don't even desire to, well, not in the same way anyway. You don't even desire to in the same way. Like, no, this is important to me. I keep that within me, I circulate it. Do you know what I mean? Again, when you release, it's to create a new life. That's the purpose of it. It's not to feel pleasure. Right? It's not to feel pleasure. You can feel pleasure and have an orgasm without releasing. All right. So number two, you're practicing semen retention. All right. And so you're keeping it within you. And a lot of men experience better skin, glowing skin. They feel stronger within themselves. They're able to focus more. They have more energy and all of this stuff just from keeping their seed within them. So what does this do? You're circulating and you're cultivating energy. Circulating and cultivating energy, your vibration goes up. Your vibration goes up, you become more attractive. You become more attractive, you attract more things. You attract more women, money, success, all of this stuff. Because I'm not sure the scientific backing of this, but I'm sure you're going to be releasing more of the pheromones, right? When you're keeping the seed within you. Because I've noticed it in my life. When I'm practicing semen retention, I get more attention from women, right? I'm talking about the type of attention where they just kind of look at you more and, they catch you more or whatever it is, right? And so, energetically, I think women can pick up on it, and also the pheromones, right? That's just a guess. I don't know if that's scientifically proven or not. But you benefit from raising your vibration, able to manifest money, all this stuff. Now, some of you, you've been into pornography. Some of you have been doing, some things that are not conducive with your heart, right? And so, unfortunately, in my opinion, from what I've learned about energy and doing things like ayahuasca and tapping into the energies, right? And all the work that I've done throughout the years, tapping into that sort of energy of pornography, there's some karmic repercussions of that. Okay, there's some karmic repercussions of that. right? You attract succubus, incubus energies, right? So there's some energies involved in that, right? And so you're going to have to deal with that. You know, yeah, you can manifest faster and all this stuff or whatever it is, but sometimes it might take a little bit of time to get over that karma, right? That you've, been participating in. And so part of semen retention is a spiritual practice. You don't want to be watching that stuff, right? You don't want to be confusing your mind, right? You don't want to be tapping into those sorts of energies, right? The energy of semen retention is purity, right? How can I become more pure? The more pure you become and your intentions coming from your heart, the faster it is for you to manifest. When having sex with, whether that's like your wife, your partner, or it's just sex in terms of casual, what is your intention, right? Is it coming from a pure place? So for me, if I'm, sleeping with a woman, there's a certain intention behind it, right? There's a certain intention behind it. Like for me, I have to have like kind of a connection with the woman to even participate in that activity. All right. So there's different levels to this. Everyone's different, but for the most part, doing this practice helps you manifest faster, and it takes you on the direction to your purpose a lot more. And when a guy is on his purpose, is very attractive to women. When a guy is on his purpose and he's being productive and he's getting stuff done, he feels good within himself. He feels like he's got a vision for life. And most men, man problems that a lot of women don't know is a majority of the population who are suicidal are men. Men have a lot of problems, right? But we're looked at as strong men, right? And so we're not seen in that way, that we have these issues. And some people will say, some women will say, we don't talk about it and we don't whatever, but we do talk about it, we're just not heard, right? There's been a case study that's been done where there's a woman crying in a store, right? And everyone's asking her, what's wrong? How can I help you? Blah, blah, whatever, right? Same guy's crying in the store, right? He's not getting approached. No one's talking to him. Everyone's avoiding him. Everyone's calling him weird and all this stuff, right? So we don't get the same comfort and whatever, right? So we do often talk about we're having a hard time, it's challenging, I'm stressed or whatever, but men are not heard. And that's why the suicidal rate is much higher for men than it is with women, all right? So man problems, right? Men being on their purpose, you have to have a vision. You have to have a purpose, men. You have to. Though without a vision shall perish. Every time in my life that I lost a vision, I didn't have any vision, I didn't know where I was going, I started feeling depressed, really badly depressed. You have to know where you're going as a man, right? It's like going out to hunt, right? You have to have meaning, a purpose, a reason why you're doing what you're doing, right? It's very important for us. Right? So if you want help as a guy, you want to learn more about your energy, you want to raise your vibration, and you want to focus on coming from purity and from the heart space, I highly recommend that you get the alchemy energy reading and the manifestation diagnosis session, because you will make more money. You will have more success by raising your vibration in the right way and focusing on the heart space. Too many men are ego-based and they forgot about the heart. Very, very important for you to work on your heart space and open your heart in a masculine way, not in some woo-woo, feminine, like girly way or anything like that. It's more like you're opening your heart, you're opening your lion power, your heart, like your chest is open, you're up, you're out, you're ready to go and hunt, right? So get the free energy reading and the manifestation diagnosis session. The link's in the description. Check out this video over here, my previous video, and you can check out my 3-part series on how to raise your vibration correctly as well. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.